Giant. Got one. Big old hangover eater. Overeater. What's cracking, MFers? Welcome out here to the scorching heat. It's the middle of summer. Some would call it the dog days, but it's just 105 here in Texas, and it's been the same way for 40 some days. So apparently we're having all the dog days this season, but it's middle of the day. We're in 5 feet of water. The water quality sucks. The water's hot as piss. The grass looks disgusting, and somehow we are still crushing them on this little bait right here, this little hangover swim bait that you guys know it's gonna be out. And I'm actually gonna tell you a little bit later in the video, if you stick around, I'm gonna tell you when this guy is gonna be released. So many people have been asking me about it, but not only this, we're catching them on some really sneaky baits in a way that I was not expecting to catch them today, including some absolute freak shows. So, I don't know, Coleslaw, I guess we'll take them into the video. Let's do it. Freaking school of them right there. Right quick, before we jump into fishing today, I want to let you know today's video is sponsored by HelloFresh. If you guys are not familiar with HelloFresh, you better be soon. It's America's #1 meal prep kit. Fall is right around the corner, and HelloFresh is here to help prepare for your busy fall season. All you gotta do is go to their website, pick out your meals, they'll be delivered to your door, and all you gotta do is sit back and relax and know, even though your schedule's busy, HelloFresh has you covered. Parents have enough to worry about with all the back to school shopping, and as I always tell you guys, it takes an average of 41 minutes just to go out to the grocery store. Cut that out right now. Let HelloFresh handle the portioning for you guys, ship it directly to your door, and that way you guys can have all these fresh meals delivered to your house so you can cook many of them in 30 minutes or less. When life gets busy, don't call for delivery. Go get some HelloFresh. It's 25% cheaper than takeout. It's even cheaper than going to the grocery store. We got 3 delicious meals delivered to us, and I'll actually let Ozzy pick what he wanted for lunch. We're gonna have the Monterey Jack unfried chicken. Well, look at that. I didn't do halfway bad. Looks delicious. I bet it's gonna taste delicious like usual. Potatoes are money. Chicken. So good. Well, if you guys want to start making delicious meals just like this right here, so easy. All you guys gotta do is go to HelloFresh.com and use my promo code 50Milliken at checkout for 50% off plus free shipping. Once again, go to HelloFresh.com. Use my promo code 50Milliken at checkout for 50% off plus free shipping. Into the fishing. Got one. There's like 6 of these right there. And they all followed him in too. Gulped that divine. That's called wallering, Cole. That's a fed right one, huh? Oof. Okay. I mean, you don't see it anymore, but that's fun. Biggins. I like that, Cole. That was a good time. Flip that little divine worm in there. Skadooshed it. Get another one of those guys out. A 7-inch divine worm, little plum color. And we got some fish on a little shallow flat here, some timber flats. The lake's damn near dried up, it looks like, on the bank. Heck yeah. Giant. I didn't think there was any way those were bass. There was like 4 of them chasing a ball of bait right there. Hell yeah. One of those right frame looking ones, Cole.
Yeah, that's a big head.
Oh, yeah, man. Been too long since one of those. God dang. Probably looks like we're out here in the middle of nowhere, but that's, we're in like 6 feet of water. It's crazy. And the shallow flat, I mean, this is what a lot of these big fish will do this time of year. God, how thick that one is. They'll get up there and they'll push bait because there's probably a thermocline here. I was never out in deep enough water to see one, but they don't want to get below 7, 8 feet of water in some of these smaller lakes, but it's a dadgum house. Coleslaw flipped in that little line through. You bet. That is a big old mean, sexy summer bass right there on the line through. Get back in. She's ready. Dude, she's thick across the back. Hell yeah. That's a freaking way to get things going. We're seeing a lot more like that. Let's get some more. It's been real. Just think I was gonna do it. Just wonder about like a more finessey, like a Ned or a drop shot. Ned shot, maybe. Drop Ned. They all go down to the worm. Must just not have enough scent on it. Need to put on some fish attractant. Got one. It's not the right one. Oh. We're starting to get back to where we should be. Thinking these are small. 5 of these a day at Watts and win it for you. 10-inch worm. Seeing them grouped up in a couple spots, and I really wish I would have had the line through in my hand on that one, because it's like if the fish is on the bottom, kind of by itself, I'm trying to throw the worm to it. If it's in a group, like these are, I want to hit them with a line through so they can kind of fight over it. And if they're by themselves and kind of higher in the column or suspended in a tree, I want to hit them with that glide. Oh my God, that one's huge. Caught it on the fall. Ooh, bigger than I thought he was. Why is he so confused? He's like, that's a little bait. That's gotta be real. And he's all drawn out. Probably not super healthy. I'm glad this is the rod that I got 10 on for some of these fish I'm seeing. They're being really sneaky to that big bait. I've had a couple almost do it, and so I put on this little tiny jig head minnow spinning rod. That one's not as big as it should be with that big old head, but still a 5-pounder. Close to it anyway. Little bait in a stump field. That's one thing that's crazy to me, and Jesus, I keep doing that, is I've really opened my eyes the last couple of years seeing these fish around heavy cover and big fish that you would never think to throw a little bait to or a finesse presentation. And you can get them fish out. It's crazy what you can pull a damn fish out of just if you get pressure on them and hold them. Hopefully we got a chance to do it with some real big ones. He got it. Just went up and I'm just twitching on him right now, Cole. He about to freaking get me in trouble. Smaller than the last one, of course. Just fighting way harder. He might weigh more. Smaller frame, more muscles. Look at this tiny freaking bait in the thick cover. And this is after I made a pass and a half on this stuff, guys. Like, they would not touch a lot of the big stuff I'm throwing at them. That's another one on the little minnow. He just went up and got that thing. Hell yeah. Putting together a good little limit now, coleslaw. Twitching it. Twitchy. Dude, they're like, yeah, we'll eat that really good the first 2 fish you throw at, but after that, none of us are gonna eat it at all. How about that? That one got it. Freaking donged it. Dunk. Right in a dang pile. Big enough to freaking break off my cricket. God dang it, Cole. That's why I don't listen to you. I don't know why. I don't know why I wouldn't listen to you, but because of that. But that was stupid. I'm gonna put a little heavier weight on actually because I had a 16th on, and they can't see it. The water's so dang dirty. Got to put it on their face. So I think maybe something falling faster will put out some more waves actions. It'll be money. They got themselves a little group of bait fish. Do it. He did it. Wallering. Frickin' wallering, Cole. Come waller on this little cricket eater. These big ones fight harder than the ones that are smaller, you know? Hooked all weird. Dude, he freaking should have, an hour ago. Oh, he's not as big as we had hoped. But he's 5.5, 6 pounder. Yahtzee, that's fun. Definitely not a real big lake, and so there's not a huge population of them, but there's a ton of bait fish. I don't know if they're shad or what. You see some really small ones, which I'm sure are gizzard shad, but then you see groups of like, they're probably 4 to 6 inch bait fish. They could be bluegill, they could be big threadfin, they could be gizzards, I don't know, but every once in a while you'll see a couple fish underneath them, and that's fun. He ate it. Okay, under the boat. He was under the boat, Cole. Waller over here, bud. Had the 10-inch worm on, had to put the shaky worm back on to get one to have some commitments. Deal. That's fun. That one was really close to the boat. I didn't think there was any way he was gonna actually eat it. Lift it up, he was on there. This has become a really important bait for me. And a lot of my scoping and stuff is just this 7-inch divine shaky worm in the summer. Anytime that water's warm, just a unpegged rig and drop that sumbitch in their face and see what happens. Trust me. That's giant. Oh, there's 2. Eat it. Went right to it. Got one. Just had to get to where the fish hadn't seen me drive by 319 times. Weird. I mean, it would have been giant if this guy was twice his size. It turned out there was 2. Sweet. Whoa. Middle of the day, damn near slick calm, stagnant, 100 degrees. Just out here flipping. Once again, this time of year, I don't even know what the date is right now. August, I think, is the month that it is. Yeah, we don't have any opens this month. It's August. You'd be surprised getting that shallow cover, and especially related to these creek channels. Flip that cricket around there. What do they want? Crawlers. I mean, I was catching them on a worm and put that down. That joker ate it right in front of a dang tree. Big old hangover eater. Overeater. Overeater is right. Come here, Mac girl. Just slapping me with water. Yeah, they can't grab those over the back. Where's the dang hook? That one was pretty cool, actually. Freaking came up and was reeling this hangover up to a tree that had a couple on it. And like as it got to the tree, this one smoked it. I thought I actually hit the tree, didn't set the hook for a second. It's probably helpful, actually. I just can't believe middle of the dang day how well they'll eat a natural bait. And I'm seeing these fish repeatedly. I'll drop this thing 5 feet from them. They will not see this bait. The water is so dirty. But yeah, this one popped out and got it. And guys, I'm freaking throwing super finessey baits, worms, freaking glide baits, everything. And it never fails. This is just, especially for these Florida strands, man. So many times of the year, this is the best bait you can be throwing. I heard, just a little bird out there, said November release dates. So October, November for sure. These guys will finally be out. We got all the colors finalized. I would think that that'll probably be one of them. We got a bunch of awesome colors though. Even some photo finish colors that are freaking sick. But I get more questions about when the hangover is gonna be released than any dang bait that I've ever seen before. And yeah, you guys know, you're seeing why. I'd show you how it looks in the water, but can't see it. Do you see it? Just an awesome head wiggle on this thing. And it's the perfect size. It's the size of every shad, bluegill, shiner, crappie that a 4 to 12 pound bass wants to eat. That's, 4.5 to 7 inch size of bait fish, 8-inch size of bait fish is just perfect for them. Crazy, these fish are just like, they'll set up in little groups on these trees that are right on the edge, and they have more than one stick up coming up. Oh, lucky I didn't break that off. I saw him getting closer and closer. I thought he was nibbling the back. It was just grinding against the tree I was coming over.